This is Paul Charchian, and you are listening to The Butthole with a D.
Welcome to the official Butthole Podcast, bringing you everything you need from sports to entertainment. Now, introducing your host, Scott, the Great Brandino, Gage's Rage, and Star Lamar.
What's up, everybody? This podcast episode 191.
And it's the official Butthole coming in hot. Proud members of the Blue Collar Media Group. And we're excited to bring you this episode post Super Bowl of all the things you need to know.
He wins one fucking user Madden game, and he's on top of the world.
That's not what this is about. I'm just excited to be here, you guys. Star Lamar was out last week. He's back. I'm excited the crew's back together.
Yep, and I did a lot of prop-up bets over the Super Bowl. Thrive Fantasy, also maybe still a sponsor of ours. I'm not sure, but prop up with Thrive Fantasy. Join today, and you might get money, you might not.
Use code BUD and see what happens.
They're a sponsor.
It doesn't hurt.
For sure. We should have pushed the Shock Fantasy was doing like a
Prop bet?
little butthole special. It was like
Thrive
a spreadsheet.
Fantasy was?
No. Shock Fantasy. Matt Harrison. He was doing some like Super Bowl spreadsheet thing where you could get his spreadsheet for $5 and play it with your family.
Oh, cool.
Like the squares thing?
Sort of type idea, but then he also had like props you could bet on, scores you could bet on, a bunch of shit like that.
I won a Squares game this weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, work.
Congratulations.
There's 4 open slots at the end. I was like, fuck it. I'll do it. So I just took the 4 open spots. I ended up winning $100.
Sick.
Was buying.
5 a square. So I got 4 squares. So $20.
Not bad.
The dude who got, one guy had 1 and 9, and he ended up winning third and fourth quarter. He got 300.
Jeez.
No points in the fourth quarter.
And if you would have listened to Gage's Rage's prediction before the game, Hammer the Under would have hit.
Yeah, it would have.
It would have hit big.
It would have. Why didn't you bet it on the Butthole?
I'm fucking on fire. I just keep my football takes to myself, and then they hit.
I don't tell anybody, and then after they happen, I just claim that I made the right call, and
Hey,
it's a win.
Before the season even started, my AFC team lost in the championship game. So I was damn near 100%.
The Vikes are in
Bucks.
the NFC.
I said Bucks, Bills. Before the season started, Bills lost in the championship game. But just like I said, Tampa Bay.
Bucks and Bills might have been a better Super Bowl.
It absolutely would have. Mahomes is trash. He's not a good quarterback.
Okay. All right. And now, Gage's Rage, we live in cancel culture, and saying stupid shit like that will get you canceled.
That is not stupid. I said it before the season started. I'll say it again right now. Tom Brady is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes.
We made it 2 minutes in before Gage said something real fucking stupid.
No, I'm not stupid. He plays the quarterback position better. Is Patrick Mahomes more talented at throwing a football? Yes. But can he play quarterback as good as Tom Brady? No. And I don't think he ever will.
Do you realize that the most important part of being quarterback is throwing the football?
It is a very important part. You know what also goes into being quarterback?
Nobody would argue that Tom Brady is the best leader of men that the NFL has ever seen. That's a fair argument.
And that's part of being this whole entire season.
I think you're being mean.
Why? Why? Tell me why Mahomes insults hurt
Mahomes has one bad game, and it's not even his fault.
No, it wasn't.
And you're going off on him.
Why?
You can't control that Kelsey was dropping balls. Tyreek Hill dropped a touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson dropped a touchdown.
This offensive lineman was allowing pass rushers like Mahomes was running train on their whites.
This is true.
He ran 479 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And what did that get him? One fat fucking loss. That's what I saw.
But Brady would have been the same way.
Any quarterback in
No,
the
situation,
if they would have swapped teams, the outcome probably would have been the same.
No
Yes.
chance.
Absolutely.
No fucking way.
Absolutely.
Tom Brady would have led his guys. He would have got the defense pumped like he got his defense pumped.
Tom Brady would have been
to make
sacked
plays
20 times.
which they did do. Tampa Bay's defense did do against a very fast Kansas City Chiefs team.
If Tom Brady was under that amount of pressure, he couldn't escape it like Mahomes.
He would have just thrown it away. He doesn't need to run 500 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You can't throw the ball away in the pocket.
You can.
Not in the pocket.
Yeah, you can. He'd just chuck it over your guy's
Tom
head.
Brady would.
Yeah, he'd find a way because
The
he's
only
the best
thing
quarterback
that
to ever
Tom
live.
Brady might be able to do in that situation is get rough in the passer calls all day. That's probably how he'd play that one out. He'd just look at the ref, throw his arms up, and they'd throw that flag. They'd walk it down the field.
I'll say it right now. There wasn't enough flags on Kansas City. Those cheating fucks were at it all game.
Why are they
were
cheating
holding,
fucks now?
They were holding on the first drive. That's the
Yeah.
only reason Mahomes didn't take sacks in that first drive, because they were being held. And then they finally started getting the calls. The pass rush was better. Mahomes just didn't play well enough.
I heard that Kansas City actually won the game.
Yeah?
Yeah, they called for stop the count after the first one. They said, this is over, stop the count. And then, look, the fucking Tampa Bay stole the entire game.
Cascado played the halftime of that show.
Yeah,
Every time we touch.
it's some bullshit. But we did enjoy the outcome
We
of
need
it.
a Super Bowl score audit.
Recount.
It don't matter. You're going to get the same result. The under hammered, just like Gage's Rage said, and the better team won.
You can't deny that Mahomes was still putting balls on target after being just annihilated by the Bucs defense.
I think it is a fair thing to say, though, that the Chiefs, why the fuck did the Chiefs make no offensive adjustments at all?
They kept doing the same shit.
Now, I know they don't have a blocking tight end on roster that would have been able to stay in and help, but Kelsey's at least a big body. That's all the only other 5 linemen they had out there. They're just big bodies.
They could have tried to have a run game, too. They didn't really do that.
When they tried to run, it didn't. I mean, it was all right,
The Bucs had one of the best rush defenses in the year.
but it still worked out. I mean,
They weren't playing
Edwards-Helaire.
rush defense.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
They
They were
were-
up by a
yeah.
shitload, and
I
it's
think
the
the
times of
Chiefs.
the year.
I think the Chiefs were a little bit ahead of themselves. I think they were a little cocky going into the game, and I think they got humbled.
Yeah. And Mahomes
Totally
did
agree.
say, too, that this is a loss that he's going to keep with him forever. Like, he's going to remember this the rest of his career.
this is
How
actually
humbling it was.
the first time between high school, college, and pro that he did not score a touchdown. Or his
Mahomes
team.
didn't-
That's shocking.
Or his team. He would.
The-
They scored
It was
three
three field goals?
Yeah, it was 9.
Oh, man.
So Gage didn't watch the game.
Yeah, what the
No,
fuck?
it was
Mr.
someone's
Hot Take over
birthday.
here is being surprised.
Here's what I said. I said,
Surprise,
if it's halftime and it's a blowout, I'm not going to watch. And it was like 3-14, and I was like,
That's a
all right,
blowout.
let's go to fucking Texas Roadhouse and let's get some dinner. Got
Oh,
some
how are
dinner.
the rolls?
Dude, it's not the rolls. It's that
this
fucking
butter,
spread,
cinnamon
dude.
butter?
Ooh. I
The
got
rolls are good, too.
I got a 6-pack for the way home.
I love that they just
and
give
then
you
you got rolls,
those to
too?
go.
Oh, yeah, they're ready. They're in the bag. Cinnamon butter in the packets, just covers.
You know, we've been together
Roll.
for almost 10 years now. Not a single time has he brought me to Texas
Hey.
Roadhouse.
No, never mind. I'll tell you off air.
You don't want to make promises you can't keep or what?
Exactly. I was
Certain
gonna,
things I can't do to get Texas Roadhouse.
You can service me to get some.
You know what? Roadhouse is good. What are you doing later?
It was really good. It was delicious.
Gage, your fucking face is red as a cherry tomato right now.
I'll
I
tell
know you don't like cherry tomatoes, so we'll put it in context so you understand. Ketchup. It's red as ketchup.
Ketchup bread, damn.
Fun fact from the game. Every single point that was scored by Tampa Bay was by a player who was not on roster last year.
Mike Evans didn't score?
Nope. 2 Gronk,
Brown.
Nice.
Fournette,
Fournette,
Brown.
and
a field
the
goal.
kicker. Yeah,
So
Antonio
Brady was
Brown.
the MVP?
Yep.
Brady won it. 5th time. I'll tell you one thing. Eric Bieniemy, after that game, his chances at head coaching job, if he didn't get one this year, it's going down.
He's not going to be getting
I think he can still get one.
So Brady.
You can't take one game and put
No.
his whole career on it.
No,
Even
but
though
that-
it was a big one.
That's
but
a big game to lay a dud in.
Yeah, but there's a reason that he's not been hired yet either. I've heard, and
'cause
it's
he's gonna
from
be
good
the
sources.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
But I've heard that he's a hothead, or he at least was a hothead when he was in Minnesota. And he's also in an offense with Andy Reid where he's not the guy that sits and designs game plans. Andy Reid does. Now, does Bieniemy help? I'm sure. But the offense is not all him. Andy Reid's heavily involved in the offense.
I got to figure out who the butthole source is. Because all of their Instagram posts just says source.
Oh, I have
There's
a source.
multiple. There's
Doesn't say who the
multiple
source
stars.
is. Just says,
You don't give away your
Source.
Hey,
sources.
just so
dude.
you know, you're one of the sources, dummy.
No, you're not.
what?
Am I one of the sources?
I have good sourcing. No. I don't
Scott
use you guys for sources.
He was always really good at his works cited page.
No.
I don't use you guys for
Internet.
sources.
So
Google, Wikipedia.
does the horrible offense on the Chiefs' part say more about Patrick Mahomes or Andy Reid?
Andy Reid.
But there's also that
Offensive
stuff
line.
that Andy Reid and his son was going through. I don't think that.
Not enough cheeseburgers at McDonald's or what?
No, you didn't hear
A big deal, dude.
his
like
son.
a big deal.
His son he took prescription Adderall, had like 2 or 3 drinks, got into a car accident, a major one, and put a 5-year-old kid in critical condition in the hospital on Thursday before the game.
And another kid in the hospital, too.
Yeah. It was bad.
So that could have been weighing on them a little bit.
I'm sure it was.
He doesn't know if he's going to jail because there's alcohol in his system. He's also worried about this girl's life. And then Andy Reid's worried about his son and everything else.
Yeah, but let's be honest, though. By Thursday, your game plan's installed.
Yeah.
All of
It's been
your
installed for
homework-
over a week.
Yeah,
You're fine-tuning at that point.
because what you do for... Now, the Chiefs, I don't think, flew in until like the day before the game because of COVID stuff. But that week leading up to the Super Bowl, your game plan's in, and it's pretty much all media stuff. It was Zoom calls this year, but
Okay.
usually it's just media interviews.
So,
No.
yeah, that's
Okay.
better. No, that's better. I'm serious. I'm going to say something so dumb.
I kind of want to hear it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk it.
Now you owe it to the people.
We're going to open up for callers. Call in if you want to hear Gage say something
All right,
stupid.
let's just say really silent for a second. What? So Andy Reid didn't have his Adderall? Is that what the major issue is? Or
I don't think that's bad. We'll leave it in. We'll leave it.
I mean, okay, his piece of shit son is on Adderall and has alcohol in his system.
You're assuming he's a piece of shit.
I mean, he's driving with drugs and alcohol in his system. Kind of
prescription
deserves a
Adderall-
little fucking.
I mean, a lot of people are prescribed Adderall.
Spank in the bottom.
Although it's
You're not
just
supposed to drink with it.
It's met
definitely
with
not supposed to
glasses on.
drive with it.
You're not supposed to drink with Adderall?
I've been doing that wrong my whole life.
I thought that's why they
I
made it.
thought that's why someone gives you Adderall.
You can drink more. I don't know. And
I
Doesn't help.
digress.
2 to 3 drinks. Who knows where his blood alcohol level is at? It's dumb to drink and drive regardless of the situation.
That's
So
what matters. Yep.
I don't feel bad for the son. I
Not
feel
one bit.
bad for the 2 kids that went to the hospital.
Definitely agree with that. That's what I
But
was getting at.
as
And Andy
Andy-
Reid, that shouldn't be an excuse to lose your big game that bad.
No, but as
Whoa,
being
whoa, whoa.
a dad,
Isn't the son in the hospital too, though?
the son is, yeah.
So you got to feel a little bad for the son, even if he made the decision.
Nah, not really.
Well, what if
If
he's
it was
got
your kid that was in the hospital because
What if he's got chemical dependency,
high
though?
as shit. Figure your shit out and don't drive a car.
Okay, that's fair.
Fucking
You're-
take the bus if you're a cracked
you're
out
lying-
piece of shit.
Well-
Take the bus.
Well, that was. Well, that's
Your
different.
dad's Andy Reid. Like, you got money. You can Uber anywhere you fucking want.
Well, that's the thing. He's a linebackers coach too, so he's in the NFL. The Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You can get an Uber.
He's a coach on the Chiefs?
He was
Yeah.
a linebackers coach, I believe.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Dude,
Get an Uber.
it's-
Get a fucking Uber.
that's what.
Even we can get Ubers. You can get an Uber if you're an
I
NFL
can
coach.
get
It's
Ubers.
really easy to
I
say
do
that
it.
now. But how many times have you gone to a bar, had a couple drinks for dinner, and drove? That's basically what this guy did.
Couple times tops, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like it's
if I have
common.
more than 2, I'm probably not driving.
It's a lot more common.
I highly
than-
doubt
yeah.
the guy was drunk.
I don't like
when he
doing
did it.
So
They were parked cars. They were both pulled over on the side of an exit ramp, and he hit one and pushed the one into the other. I don't know. Sad situation.
It sucks.
I'm not ready to throw stones and judge anyone and call kids crackheads.
I'm
and
not
stuff.
either.
Fair enough.
I'm not, or a piece
people
of
make
shit.
mistakes.
Fair enough. I'm a piece of shit, so I'll say it. He's a piece of shit.
Does it take a piece of shit to know a piece of shit?
Fuck.
Where were we going here with this before?
Andy
this?
Reid sucks at playing calls. He's a terrible coach.
Oh, yeah,
He doesn't
we were-
deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Who has-
That's where we were going.
So
with
let's play the blame game. On the blame
Andy Reid
piece
is
of- on the-
0-2 against Tom Brady in Super Bowls.
that. Banger.
yep.
Fair.
Andy Reid will not win another big game.
On the
What if
blame
it's not
pie,
against Tom Brady?
Mahomes is the new Aaron Rodgers, and he's going to sink that Chiefs team for the next 10 years.
He's already better because he made 2 Super Bowls.
No, he's only won 1, and Brady has now 6.
Yeah, but
Or 7,
Aaron
right?
Rodgers 7.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers
Well,
has never
if you
made it
would
to
have
2.
waited and watched the end of the game, not been at Texas Roadhouse, you would have known that he has 7.
Brady's been in more Super Bowls than he has not been in, right? He's been in 12,
He's been in
10.
10
Since
he's been
out
in
of
the league
20.
21 maybe now.
He's been in like 50
Of healthy seasons, it's 50%.
Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
He's been in 18% of Super Bowls, and he's won 12%.
And he's also the leading Super Bowl winner of all time, ahead of the Patriots and Steelers, who are tied for second at 6.
When you,
God, I love that. Brady is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. He's the best quarterback to ever play. And he will be for our entire life.
Does that transcend sports? Is he the greatest athlete of all time?
Ever.
You think?
I would say as a leader and as a winner, yeah, absolutely.
It's
His stats
him?
say that the most passing yards, touchdowns, or at least close on yards, Super Bowls, appearances, Super Bowl touchdowns. He's got 21, and you can combine. It's like Aaron Rodgers, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, Brett Favre,
Roethlisberger,
Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, and there's like 2 or 3 more, and they only have 20 combined. And he's got 21.
I'm just saying, Tim and Secretariat at the top of the leaderboard for sports.
Who?
The
horse.
thoroughbird. Yeah.
Secretary.
I was going to ask your guys' opinion on
Him and that secretary, they're at
Individual.
the top of the Super Bowl leaderboards.
individual sports versus team sports. Because there are individuals who have had those type of careers, like a Serena Williams. Jimmy Johnson has 7 NASCAR
Federer.
championships. Yeah. Tennis, golf. I'm sure Tiger has a
Golf,
bunch.
yeah, and Phil Mickelson, right?
But is it more impressive to do it in a team sport?
Yeah.
Since it's
Definitely.
not just on you to perform good?
Yeah, absolutely.
You will have to not only carry yourself and your play, but also a team.
Combine, like, look at him versus Jordan. Jordan was a better athlete.
Hands down.
Yeah, like skill-wise, everything, his ability, far more than Tom
And
Brady.
it showed on the golf course and the baseball course.
But he's also playing with 5 players on a starting team. With, backups that sub in and everything, but 5 players. He's got to deal with
players.
4 other guys on the on the starting court.
And
Tom
if he's
Brady's
really
got-
doing well, those other guys don't have to touch the ball.
Not at all. He could just run
Tom
it.
Brady's got 11 on offense, including himself, so 10 others, and then 11 on defense and special teams. It takes a lot more to win a team sport, especially when you have. I think football's the toughest one to win.
Yeah, because even just one player making a miscue, a wrong play, can result in points.
2 superstars on your team.
Yeah, but let's not pretend like if Aaron Rodgers had gone and gotten drafted by Bill Belichick, that Rodgers wouldn't have more than 1 Super Bowl. Brady's the culmination of talent and the right place at the right time.
This absolutely showed that it was Brady, not Belichick.
No, it doesn't absolutely show.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does not.
How did New England do without Brady?
Listen, dude.
Did they make the playoffs? They played in the Super Bowl, though, right?
I made a bet on them winning the NFC East, and they did not win.
They didn't. You guys
AFC
both
East.
paid me for that bet.
Let's not pretend, though, like Tom Brady didn't go to a Bucs team that had a really good defense last year. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they bring in Antonio Brown, they bring in Rob Gronkowski, they bring in Leonard Fournette. Like, they were literally...
Tyler Johnson.
Tom Brady was a hired
Antoine
assassin.
Winfield Jr.
Yeah.
And it worked. I'm not trying to... I feel like I'm playing devil's advocate here when I'm probably the biggest Brady fan of us all, but let's not remember... Or let's not forget...
I am the biggest Brady fan.
I had Brady's ball so far in my mouth last night.
I'm just saying...
I knew you were at Texas Roadhead.
I make so many excuses for Tom Brady when he loses, but that's not the point. The point is, without Bill Belichick, Brady probably doesn't have the resume that he has because Belichick's a mastermind on defense.
I'll admit it's not the same, but I guarantee you he had won a Super Bowl before this one. And I think, without a doubt, this shows that Brady was more important than Belichick was to that team.
And I agree with that.
We talked about this last week. It was the Brady that brought the environment or enforced Belichick's system with everyone. When
Patriots-
Brady
I
left,
agree with
no
that.
one's buying into his
Patriots
system.
way is more Tom's way. People wanted to go there.
Amendola.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that last week? Or you
I
were
wasn't here last week, but Amendola said, you look up
His
Patriot
tweets.
Way in the dictionary, it's a picture of Tom Brady. That dude epitomizes everything. That's not Bill Belichick's thing. That's Tom Brady's thing.
People wanted to go to New England to play with Tom Brady. They want to go because Bill Belichick was the coach. They wanted to go to play with Brady.
They dealt with Bill Belichick being the coach to play with Tom Brady.
Exactly.
have-
Because he is a
the
hard-nosed,
opportunity.
hard-ass,
No bullshit.
no-nonsense type of coach.
Gronk left and he retired because he didn't want to be there anymore.
Without,
And injuries played a role, obviously.
No, he was more sick of Belichick than anything.
yeah,
But he came back to play with Tom Brady.
specifically.
Yeah.
Well, he wanted him to retire.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He said retire, come down
Yeah,
to
but
Florida.
because of bad service.
Oh, Brady told Gronk to retire?
No.
Gronk, Tom, after last season, he called Gronk. They did a FaceTime, and Gronk was like, hey, dude, just come down to Florida. It's nice weather down here. You can, sink your feet in the beaches, whatever. He's like, nobody's going to question
You'll
anything.
have your feet in the soft sand within a week.
He said, yeah, and hell, I'll even join you down there. Well, because
Love that. He had rumored to be coming back in like week 10 or 11 of the previous season.
well, the
but
issue
that
was
kind of died out.
I love it. Gage is just inside scooping.
the issue was Tom Brady had sprint, and so all he heard was, "Don't quit now. Go to Florida. People are going to call you soft. Hell, I'll even come with you," because it kept cutting out, and that's why Tom Brady went there, and that's why Gronk came back.
That's true.
So, and then they switched to T-Mobile,
Fuckers!
the greatest service in the country. So it wouldn't happen again.
So then in Tom Brady's introductory press conference with Tampa, he said, I'm proud to be a Buck. I'm excited to make a run at the Super Bowl, and Gronk's going to join me.
And you know what Gronk said? I'm retiring from a retirement?
I'm unretiring from retirement?
Mom, grab my cleats.
I did not watch that commercial.
Well, it's
You didn't
because-
read that Peter King article?
It was a commercial, wasn't it?
It was,
No, dude.
it
Peter
was
King
on-
got the inside
This is
scoop.
real life. You know what? If you would actually read the butthole text messages and the funny videos I send you, you would understand.
If you sent a funny video, I would believe it. Still waiting.
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Favorite food you guys ate
Why
during
are
the
you
Super
here?
Bowl, besides Gage, since he didn't watch it?
Texas butter rolls.
Brownie batter
That dip?
yeah.
Paige made a brownie batter dip. So bad
With
for
like
you.
graham crackers? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I did a graham cracker dip, too.
I wanted just spoons
Did you
with
bring
it,
with?
but
Birthday cake
No.
or what?
It was funfetti.
Yeah, that's...
It's cream cheese, whipped cream, mixed together, box of funfetti, milk, mix it again. It's like the Dunkaroo shit.
You know
That
the
sounds
only
fucking
difference between yours and ours? Brownie batter.
Brownie batter instead of...
Funfetti?
So good.
Yeah, it's just... I get sick thinking about it right now, actually. I ate so much of it.
I actually didn't eat as much as I thought I would.
It makes a huge serving.
I know.
Like,
Way
there's
too
a
much.
huge bowl. I haven't even gone through half of it with everyone who's eating it yesterday.
I think you and Paige have the same Pinterest recipe because it made so much.
Yeah.
So much.
What's an entire box of
cake
whatever
mix.
it is? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys... I'm totally off topic here, but do you guys like Roulette Bakery?
Well, that's...
Yeah.
I've only had Willettes like one or two times.
I haven't had it.
But
My
yeah.
mom
Meat
got it
Sauce
from
doesn't win that often.
Wayzata out here, and they had fucking stale-ass cupcakes, man.
Really?
It's like $30 for a dozen cupcakes, and they were stale.
Were they really?
Like like literally crispy, not even fucking soft at all. Like they were tougher than your fucking biscuits you gave us. Those
Corn rolls? Cornbread?
those corn dust rolls.
I've gotten
I'll reply.
Willettes before, and I had a bad experience as well.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was like a dry cake.
Yes.
We didn't get cupcakes, but it was like just
Gross.
not moist.
Yeah.
Like it had been...
I'm like, oh, chocolate. This has got to be delicious. And it was like a little more soft, but not cupcake soft. Like,
That's.
and it was a bummer. Like, yeah, my mom was upset.
I would be too.
So no more Roulette, even if fucking sauce
I think it's
wins.
Willettes.
Roulette.
Yeah, and it's Wyzetta, not Wayzetta.
Fuck the West Side.
But
What's that?
Paige made homemade wings. The wings were store bought, but the sauce was homemade. So she made buffalo barbecue, some like sweet Thai, and then the bourbon one. It was my favorite. Super good.
I could use
They
more
have full
sweet Thai
wings?
in my life.
What?
Were they the full wings that had like all three sides of it on there? Or was it just drummies and flats?
They were actually chicken poppers because the store was all out of
Oh,
chicken
like
wings.
boneless stuff?
Yeah, boneless. And so we bought another pack of boneless wings, and I don't know if she ended up using those or whatever, but those were larger chunks.
Here's the real Super Bowl debate: flats or drummies?
Drummies.
Flats?
The 2-bone flat ones,
Oh, ooh.
flats or drummies?
The drummies. I don't like the part about the flats that I don't like is the
Chicken in the middle.
the chicken in the middle that you gotta like pop out with your
Yeah.
finger. Like it's good, but
No,
it's just a pain in the ass.
Bro, you pop it out with your tongue. That's how you know you're good.
I'm flats.
No, that's how
Are
she
you?
knows you're
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
the
how I know I'm
drummies
getting
are
Texas
usually
Roadhouse.
Like more meaty?
Oh yeah, he didn't
not
hear it.
necessarily meaty, but like crispier.
Ooh,
When it's sometimes the flats are like a little slimier,
Yeah.
and the drummies get more crisp on
Yeah,
them.
that's why I like drummies too. Is they're usually a little more crispy.
Brandon's drummies.
Yeah, I'd go drummies too.
Generally,
if you
if
go-
you get a group, it's like 50-50.
Really?
Here,
Yeah,
not at the
I was
butthole.
trying to order some
I'm
wings.
all about like boneless.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Above
boneless
all.
too.
I'd take bone
Brownies,
any day.
edges, or middle.
Middle.
Oh, fuck it. I love edges on brownies. You get the little bit of the crunch. Fuck yeah.
If they're fresh.
Sometimes it's not even crunch. It's like just really dense.
Yeah,
gooey.
yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
They sell a pan that's all crust.
The insert.
Huh? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it's like the copper one, so he heats it and cooks the edge all edges.
Yeah.
So it just
And then
makes
you
like
pull
a
it up
maze,
and it's cut.
basically.
Whoever invented that, crown them.
Copper fit or copper. deal.
Copper fit.
Brett Favre's
Good on
copper
your
fit?
knee, good on your ankles, good for your brownies.
The same people who do the copper pan.
Trifecta.
Good for your knee, good for your ankles.
Dude, those
good for your brownies. You got a limp wrist? Try copper fit.
Those copper pans are next level, though. They're nice. Yeah.
I've never tried them.
I got one. You can deep
Fucking
fry.
next level
you can
insight from the
steam,
butthole.
You
Bake.
can throw it in the oven.
Nice.
They're nice.
Do you guys all eat yourself to sickness? Like
kind
me?
of.
Not
Actually,
really.
dude, in this Super Bowl, I really didn't. Like, I was fucking full, but no, I wasn't like miserable. I was after the cake, I guess.
Oh yeah, Paige made this cake, so we got cake too.
Brownie mix, brownie dip, and cake. on
No,
top.
this cake was like fucking Oreo whatever cake.
So it was a cake, and then it had hot fudge poured over the top, and then it had pudding mixed with Oreo chunks, and then Oreo chunks sprinkled on top.
I don't believe you. I have to try it.
It's
Was
here
it-
tonight.
What's
We'll
the base?
have some.
A white cake or
No, it's
No,
a
chocolate cake.
chocolate?
It's a lot of chocolate.
But there's like holes drilled in it that she dumped the fudge into. So as you're going,
That's
you'll
like
get like
better than sex cake.
It's kind of
Except for
yeah.
it's like condensed
Yep.
milk that you put in it.
Dude,
Just
it's
makes it
fucking legit.
super wet.
Yeah, and it's good.
That's why it's better than sex.
It's got that good.
Wet with that good.
I know what Star's doing with that cake later. Give me a piece to go,
I definitely
dude. There was no white frosting on
Sucking
that.
the fudge
pooped
out.
like 5 times this morning.
I did.
I still don't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one of the day, not great.
You had your sausage cheese dip. We had pizza.
Yeah.
We had wings too. We had the dips. We had chips and salsas. Oh man, I'm hungry now, but not at the same time.
Is it even a Super Bowl though? Unless you have so much food that you're just like overwhelmed.
Can hardly drink.
Yeah,
Well, not a problem for me usually, but some people.
that's why you got to get a good jag going before you eat.
True.
Oh yeah, Bud Light seltzers. It's for the buds,
True.
not a sponsor.
Will be though if we keep coming at them like that. Coming at them hot.
Swinging those right hooks.
What else Super Bowl wise? Oh, is Tom Brady now up 7-1 on Patrick Mahomes? Is he unreachable for Mahomes?
Untouchable. Totally.
For Mahomes specifically, I mean.
Anyone. Lifetime.
No, somebody will be
Our
eventually.
lifetimes.
Okay, now you might be onto something.
I honestly, I think there's only one person that could do it as Mahomes, and I don't think he's gonna.
It's so tough. 7 is so hard.
And the hardest thing about it, I think, is that even if you're a good quarterback, we got better quarterbacks coming into the league every year.
single year.
Wow,
So
this is the other
Mahomes
problem.
is locked in.
The
He's
AFC.
going to be there forever.
This is the problem for Mahomes, though.
Are you sure?
His contract. His contract is not going to allow the Chiefs to keep a loaded team around him.
And that's
Well-
what I mean.
well,
Like,
the
he's the
theory
new
is-
Rodgers.
The
He's
theory
getting
is
paid
that
too much.
with COVID hitting, it kind of threw a damper on things, but the salary cap was raising about 10% every year. Kept going up. So the theory is in about 5 years, that $40 million contract isn't going to be that bad,
But it's not 40 mil, it's 50 mil a year.
Yeah.
I suppose.
And
It's-
what they did was
yeah.
they gambled. They gambled that in 10 years, they'd be getting him for a discount. You know? But
They don't know that.
year one, it's not going to gamble the right way. When the TV money drops, and this contract is still on average for 50, I mean, maybe it's 40 this year, 45 next year.
Yeah,
but
I don't know
it'll
the
ramp
breakdown.
up to 70 by the last
At some
year
point, it has to.
to average out. So, I mean, they gambled, and I don't think it's going to go their way. I think they have the new Rodgers that's sinking the talent that they could sign on the rest of the team.
Let's not pretend like we all don't know that Kansas City can just shit out money, though.
If they don't win the Super Bowl, can they?
I
don't
actually
know.
did kind of want to pretend that I didn't know that they could. It
They
makes
just-
for more of a fun talker.
Oh, Chris Jones, yeah, we want you too. Oh, Frank Clark, we'll sign you. Travis Kelce, you get paid. Tyreek Hill, you get paid.
Okay, but what about like Tyrann Mathieu? Honey Badger.
He's probably
He'll be gone eventually.
He's gone, right?
Yeah, I think he's gone this year. He's a free agent, I'm pretty sure.
He's in his like 7th or 8th year. He's been around a little bit, right?
Oh, he's still got so much game left in him.
I
You know where
understand
he's
that,
going?
but he's gonna get
Tampa
15,
Bay.
20 mil. Holy shit!
Him and Winnie next
Replace
to each other.
Whitehead.
Him and Arians got that connection.
That's true.
Arians
Arizona.
drafted him.
That's true.
I'm down.
I could see him going there. And him and Tom Brady are actually really good friends.
That's true, too.
I'm down for all of it. I heard a little rumor that Matthew was getting psyched out by Brady. He was in his head. Vacation time.
Rent free.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were jawing each other. Did we already talk about that on this? Was that before?
That was off air.
Yeah, so they were jawing each other. Apparently, Tom told him, "I'm coming for you next play." Like, told him to his face, like, "I'm targeting you."
We're targeting you.
Yeah, dude.
That was Antonio Brown's touchdown.
Matthew just signed a 3-year deal.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
You get a contract.
Y'all get contracts.
Yeah, so he told him, "I'm coming for you." Threw the touchdown on him, and that's when they just
back
were
and forth?
in each other's face. Matthew got a 15-yard penalty, or he got a penalty on the touchdown.
Well,
Pass interference.
no, it was the pass before.
Pass before it.
Yeah, he got a
Put him on the
holding
one?
or pass interference, put him on the one, and then he threw a 1-yard touchdown. He was covering Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when they were like in each other's face. Tyrann had the finger shake going at his helmet, walked away. Tommy ran him down, got back in his face.
Yeah.
Matthew got the flag. Tommy didn't get anything, obviously.
Can't penalize Tom Brady.
Not in the Super Bowl.
I would say, penalty-wise, I think the Chiefs got called for what they should have. The only one that I would argue is the Rashad Breeland, I think, ended up tripping Mike Evans before the half. Do you remember
That was a
one?
bad one, though.
What
That
was
was a
the
bad
one?
call.
What was
No,
the one on the interception? Tyrann Matthews' interception that got called back.
There was a holding penalty. It wasn't Tyrann, but somebody was holding Mike Evans.
That was legit.
From what I don't remember that one specifically. I do remember Talk Radio today was talking about how it was a little finicky.
Yeah, because that was a game-changing penalty.
Hey,
Yeah,
I saw the
more
first
than
drive.
any of them.
There wasn't enough. I'll just say that.
I mean, Mecole Hardman was lined up offsides on a field goal, gave him a first down because they only had like 4 yards. So I ended up giving him a first down. So that cost them. They had
Mecole Hardman was in on defense on a first.
he was
field goal?
the edge rusher to try and
Really?
get
Gunner, yeah.
the gunner. So that cost them. They had a lot of holding penalties that were legit. I mean, they were holding them.
There
pretty
should have
good.
been more.
There should have been.
Dude, it's what
Yeah,
Tyrann
I'm
Matthew
not-
said at
I'm
the
not
end of the
lying.
game. It was the worst day to have their worst game of the year.
Best penalty of the game, though. Antoine Winfield's 15-yard penalty.
You missed it.
What was that for?
It's late in the game. It was 4th down. They threw the ball to Tyreek Hill. He had it incompleted. Antoine Winfield gets right up in Tyreek Hill's face and gives him his little deuce.
the peace sign.
Yeah.
Just a big-ass smile on his face.
Yes!
Honestly, some of the best pictures, too, from the game is just him bent over doing it.
Yeah, and then
And
the
you
flag
know,
came
they-
out right away.
People never forget. He said that dude put 270 yards on us or whatever. He backflipped into the end zone on us.
Gave him the peace sign.
Gave
as he
me
was
the
running
do
past
sign.
him.
He's like, I just wanted to get him back. You know, we won a big game.
the biggest game.
Yeah.
That was at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was like
That
3
was like the
minutes left.
ceiling. They're like
And Winfield made
the
the play.
Chiefs. Like
The row the boat celebration in the end zone, too, was a cool little shout out to the Gophers.
They didn't roll the boat.
They
though.
did. They did.
Yes, they did row the boat.
I was watching it and they all got in line and then people just like went down.
No,
it didn't look
watch-
like they actually rowed.
Watch it again. About half of them were rowing the boat, and the Buccaneers, of all people, who know that he came from the Gophers, know Gophers or row the boat, tweeted out saying, "We got our grave diggers out here tonight." It's like they're not digging graves; they're sitting on the ground and they're rowing the boat.
And you'd think being a pirate,
Yeah,
you're a pirate team.
Yeah, you're still rolling boats.
That's fitting for the
Yeah,
Buccaneers.
you're going to attack the net. You're pillaging the next fucking ship.
was
Gage
this
just seen the picture
That
for the
is
first time.
so amazing. He's on his knee looking right at Winfield, just piecing. Winfield must have taught his son that mental game.
They were talking
I feel
about
like he's
it on
got it.
K-Fan this morning that Winfield was not a shit talker at all.
Oh, bullshit.
They said he was, he got a lot from his dad as far as preparedness and always being in the right spot and stuff like that. But they said Winfield didn't talk. He's a very quiet quarterback.
Antoine did not. He was not a shit talker.
He let his play show, but he
Yeah.
was still always facing. I mean, his size was not.
he was our number
proper.
one wideout, their corner.
Yeah,
He
him
was facing
down.
the number one wideout.
And he always just. I mean,
Except
he
for-
let
was
his
mostly a nickel guy, slot guy.
slot guy, but he made tackles like he was the fucking biggest man on the field.
He's the best
He was such
He's
a
one of the-
tackling
Whoa.
cornerback I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he
same.
was great.
That play where he slips to the screen and gets 2 blockers, 2 linemen, and he tackles the running back behind the line of scrimmage.
His son's like that too, though, except he's a little more of an X factor, and he's a little more headsy when it comes to like anticipation on passes and shit. He's also naturally a safety.
Looks small, right, on the field.
Well,
Way
bigger than his dad.
Way bigger than his dad.
He's a muscle hamster.
What, like
though.
2 or 3 inches and 30 pounds?
Yeah. Antoine wasn't a muscle hamster like Junior is. Junior is like
he's built
for
but
how
he's
small he is.
also probably 2 inches taller than his dad.
Yeah.
Which is just shows how the cornerback position has changed in the NFL, where you used to be able to be 5'8", 5'9".
Well, how tall
and play
is
fine.
Junior? Is he 5'6"?
No,
I think
his dad was
Junior's 5'11".
Yeah, Junior's 5'5" and a quarter.
Yeah, 5'5".
I think he's like
maybe and a half.
5'11" to 5'9".
He's like 5. He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, but now cornerbacks 6 foot plus is basically who's going to do it unless
6
you're
foot's the
special.
minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, I can say.
I mean, you're going to have your random
Monday.
like Jason Verrett's and stuff here and there, but
It's a lot of hours.
Who's like 5'10".
I think he's like
I might have been
5'7",
able to read a
5'8".
book.
He's short, but you have
can't
to be
read.
special
Maybe.
to play that position that short. With wide receivers getting bigger, corners had to
But
get
the Honey
bigger.
Badger's only like 5'8" too, isn't he?
I think
short.
he's smaller, yeah. But he's also safety.
Yeah.
Safeties get a little bit more play with height than corners do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ideally, a corner's at a minimum right now, 6'1", especially if they're going to play on the outside. Your 6 foot corners play on the inside usually. Your nickel roll.
I don't know. I would play on the outside, I think.
You gotta put into account their athleticism. You know, jumping.
Yeah, but
5'10",
generally,
you jump like a motherfucker.
Generally, you want your longer, taller corners on the outside because they're going to be in one-on-one situations more often.
Generally, those wide receivers on the outside are like that.
Are we
if
gonna
you
go
have a
back?
Tyreek Hill on the outside, I would put up our fastest guy even if he's 5'8".
We can go back and talk
Well,
about the
he's still
greatest
2 inches taller
interception
than
in the
Tyreek
NFL
Hill.
ever.
Yeah. Let's
Brett
do it.
Grimes.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Do you guys have an opinion?
That was
have-
over Megatron.
I have
wasn't it?
opinions on everything, Star.
And he's an
Not
undersized
the movie
cornerback.
reviews?
I have opinions on the movie reviews. They're just not educated. They're kind of like Gage's football takes.
What, always accurate?
No, uneducated.
Never
and
miss.
underinformed.
Never misses?
Yeah, Brent Grimes' pick was really good.
He's on Tampa Bay?
He's
Yeah.
5'10", I guess.
He was.
He
no,
still
he was
is.
on fucking Florida, the Dolphins.
He's retired.
His wife made him retire or what?
He was, I think, most recently on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
But it
Yeah.
has been a couple years.
Miko, or what's his wife's name?
Crazy.
She likes to talk. That's like LeVar Ball. Is
Yeah.
what that whole thing reminded me of.
Same time, too,
Without
right?
the brand building.
Dude, wasn't Grimes on with fucking Hard Knocks?
On Tampa Bay?
Yeah,
I think he was.
he was. He was like one of the biggest. Well, his wife was one of the biggest
Talking points.
parts of Hard Knocks.
I wonder if he wanted to tell her to stop talking, or if
Or if
he
he
was like,
liked it.
yeah, if he was like, I'm not going to say it, so I'm glad someone is.
He's probably tried to say it at one point and got slapped so fucking hard. He said, "I'll never say it
Dude,
again."
I'd be afraid.
Know your place. Happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Yeah, but it'd be like erotically afraid.
So you'd be like,
you get that
fear boner?
Yeah, constant fear boner. It's like fuck. It's either gonna end in death or sex.
Death or a baby.
How tall is Alexander
Mac,
Jairi?
Jair.
He's 6 foot.
No, 6'1", maybe.
He's like 6'1". Yeah.
Stars
He
looking
seems
it
a
up.
little smaller.
Maybe 5'11".
No, he's 6 foot tall. They'll at least say online that he's 6 foot tall.
5'10".
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the same way when you're talking. If you're not 6 foot, you have to be exceptionally good, and
Yeah.
he's exceptionally good.
I was just trying to think of like top tier guys that are shorter because all the Tre'Davious White, Stephon Gilmore,
6+.
Patrick Peterson, yeah, they're all 6+. Xavier Rhodes in his prime.
When you're talking,
Davius White, 6'1"?
I'd bet he is.
yeah, White is. White's 6 foot. He's like 6'1", 6 foot at least.
I'm just trying to think of Madden because I was trying to trade for all those guys.
Leonard Fournette, obviously he was a massive signing for the Bucs. He was a stud in the Super Bowl. In the playoffs, really, he was good.
Did he play better than Rojo?
In the Super Bowl, yes.
He played more in the playoffs, period, and he played better.
He did.
They gave Rojo a couple shots on the goal line. Were you still watching at that time?
No, I saw him rip a 15-yarder that looked really good.
Yeah,
That was it.
That was it?
That was
Okay.
it.
They gave him a couple shots on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get in. And did you guys see the tweet by Todd Gurley? He said, I love Rojo's game and all, but if you got a guy who has a shaved head by choice or a bald head by choice, you give him the ball at the goal line.
That's a fair take.
So give it to Leonard Fournette when you got a yard to go. Why are you giving it to Rojo?
What's the shaved head by choice have?
I think he's just saying he's a mean motherfucker.
He's shaved head.
Just a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
Like, dude shaves his head on purpose. I think he's bald, though.
Fournette doesn't shave his head by choice. It's because
He's bald. You can see it.
Nobody shaves their head by choice.
I did.
I think he has been bald
Your head is not
since
shaved.
for a
Bald.
long time, though.
Fournette
all
doesn't
through.
shave, though, is it?
I think so.
Wasn't Fournette shaving his head in college?
Yeah,
Like,
LSU did.
as long as we can remember, he's been shaving
he's
his
been
head.
bald. So maybe at one point in time, it was by choice.
Yeah.
And now it's just a lifestyle.
You guys watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Handful of episodes.
Okay, well, there's one episode where they're trying to get on Make-A-Wish, and so he's pretending that he has cancer. So he shaves his head, but he leaves his beard. Like, doesn't your hair fall out on your beard, too, when you do chemo?
Yeah.
And that's what Leonard Fournette reminds me of, because he's got the big beard with the shaved head. Looks just like Mac.
That's pretty good.
He did well. The receiver, I don't feel they scored almost every time they touched the ball, but it wasn't like they had big plays or anything. Evans had one big catch.
Evans only had 2 for 49, and Godwin had 1 for 16. Or
Gronk had a couple big catches. Gronk had that one down the seam that was vintage Gronk.
And they
Yeah, it
were
was
just
like a
playing the
30-yarder.
they were throwing to the third string tight end. They were throwing to Brait. They were throwing to Fournette. They were throwing to everyone.
What if
the
O.J.
Bucs, man.
Howard was healthy?
He would have played if he was healthy.
Just how much better would that offense be, you think?
It
if
would
they
have been a
used
lot
him.
better. They would have used him. I guarantee they would have used him.
instead of Brait? Or in the third
No,
option?
They would have
with
used
the-
him. Yeah, they would have used him.
They run
All
two
three
tight
of
ends,
them.
three
used
tight end
Gronk.
sets all the time.
Yeah, because yesterday in the Super Bowl, they were using Vita Vea a lot down by the goal line blocking.
And they threw
threw
to
to
the
the
other
lineman.
one. Yeah,
To
and that
Hag.
was a prop bet
The Joe Hag, yeah.
for an offensive lineman to score a touchdown.
And he
Okay.
would have if the
And
if the linebacker wouldn't have made a nice play on it.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't ready to get that ball knocked out
That's
of
why
his
you
hands.
don't
Yeah.
throw to linemen.
Yeah.
But it's. I love the
He
clever
caught
play.
it.
Did
He
someone
was
else throw a
pulling it
pass?
down.
No, just the
No,
two
it was
quarterbacks.
Brady and Mahomes only.
Didn't win that one.
I thought for sure they'd throw a little sneaky flea flicker. or
They
something.
should have. They should have.
But when you're up by 3 scores, you just play with the ball.
That's true. All in all, it was a little boring, but I enjoyed it.
Any memorable commercials?
The Reddit one for me, I love that.
I like the Tom Brady T-Mobile one, but that was not a Super Bowl ad.
I didn't really lock in and watch all the commercials. I watched some of them, but what one was it that made no fucking sense? Was it the Bud Light commercial with
Yeah.
the guy singing in the background?
Well, the Bud Light one started out strong. They were looking for Bud Light, and they came out of like portals, and a bunch of different people, famous people, came out of these portals to try and replenish the Bud Light. They tipped up the Bud Light trailer, and then somebody hit them with some sort of gun type deal and knocked the Bud Light guy off the hill. And they go, all right, see ya. And then they just kept going on. It didn't really make that. It was a weird.
They replayed a bunch of commercials too, right?
I'm sure they did.
I saw one multiple times, and I didn't watch.
I don't know if it was replayed or if they had the same theme throughout commercials because they're Tracy Grady. What's his name?
Tracy McGrady?
No,
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. He had his ones, and it was always he said probably. Oh, it's probably this, and then it would always be the opposite. And the whole point of it was, wouldn't you rather be sure? I don't even remember what they were selling, but those ones were kind of funny, and there was multiple of them where
Tracy
they're just
Morgan's funny though.
yeah
Yeah, he is.
other scenarios where they're probably friendly, and then the aliens destroy them. Oh, it's probably safe. And the bridge falls
Nice.
over and stuff.
I live off of probably. It's probably going to be fine. Those roads are probably fine.
I could probably go 100.
I could probably shave off 3 minutes of time.
Oh shit!
All right, early predictions for next year's Super Bowl.
Minnesota, Buffalo.
Dude.
Did I steal your pick?
I wasn't going to pick Buffalo. They can't get over the hump. I think KC is going to make a run at it again.
No, I think I'm on Tampa Bay.
I got a sleeper team for the Super Bowl out of the AFC.
Oh, out of the AFC.
Yeah.
Who's it?
They're in the playoffs this year.
The Browns.
Titans?
Yep. Nope, the Browns.
Ooh.
Coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski.
Yep. I'm going to go with the Browns just because why not? It's early. Let's try and speak it into existence. And out of the NFC?
Minnesota.
Oh, fuck. I really wish I could. I really wish that I could sit here and say that it's a tough decision, but it's really not a tough decision. Minnesota.
No, my real one, I think Tampa Bay keeps Brady and they get back.
Oh, Brady
Are they
and
gonna have-
Gronk are coming back.
Are they going to
think
have
he's
the
good.
drive in them, though, to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady will.
Brady absolutely wants to prove
Bruce
it's
Arians
him.
is 68 and a half. He's the oldest head coach to win a Super Bowl.
He said he's coming
He
back,
said he's
though.
not fucking
I know,
coaching
but is he
anyway.
not going to be excited about it and kind of just chill out now?
He doesn't coach. It's Brady's fucking team, man.
That's true. He's just a puppet.
I think I'm going to go repeat. I think these two teams are going to make it back. This time Mahomes might take one.
Going Buffalo, Tampa Bay.
I just forgot who I was going to pick. I
The
had
Ravens,
2 teams.
Lamar.
No, it wasn't the Ravens.
Titans,
No,
the Colts.
The
Texans.
Raiders.
Pittsburgh.
It was Pittsburgh.
Yeah?
Yep. Pittsburgh makes it. Roethlisberger drops his salary to $6 million. They sign some pieces. They make one last run at it.
Against the Rams?
I'm not going for the Rams.
The Niners.
The Chicago Bears.
Oh, fuck.
That's my pick. Bears, Steelers, Super Bowl XXLIVXLSI.
So are you assuming the
Sweats.
Bears get Carson Wentz?
Deshaun Watson.
You're going to go with Deshaun Watson?
Whoa.
And they keep Robinson.
The
And
Bears,
Khalil Mack and
Yeah.
trade
the
Bacon
Bears
on White.
with Carson Wentz is a hot rumor right now. If they get Wentz, are they going to the Super
Tre'Davious
Bowl?
White's
I
on the
think they're
Bills.
using Wentz
Danny Trevathan.
to
think
get
he's still
Watson.
Okay.
They're going to say, shit, all these teams that we've been talking to are going with other quarterbacks. We have to make a deal with one of them and send them to Chicago.
It'd be epic.
I did record a podcast this weekend with my brother who's been asking to get on the podcast since we started this thing. So 190 episodes he's been asking to get on the podcast. And he has a bone to pick with Gage.
I'd imagine.
Which one?
I'd imagine.
I've only fucked him in every trade we ever made.
No, it's not anything that related. He thinks you're way too hard on Carson Wentz.
He's a... Yeah, you tell your brother to get on a fucking podcast with me if he wants to pick a bone.
As
He did say
Gage is
that he
wearing his
wants to.
alma mater.
Yeah, he did say that he wants to get on with you and argue the Carson Wentz thing.
He can argue all he wants. He's still a trash-ass NFL quarterback.
That's a fucking hot take. Star, are you still on the trash-ass NFL quarterback side of Carson Wentz? Or do you think a change of scenery would be good for him?
I'm not saying a change of scenery wouldn't be good for him. That would absolutely be good for him. But I'm saying his best football days are 7 years behind him.
As far as championships go, probably.
Yes.
But I'd want to count him out as being a relevant quarterback. He's age-wise is not even near where a quarterback's
He's just as
prime
relevant
is.
as fucking Joe Flacco after he won the Super Bowl.
Joe
Why is he
Flacco's
considered
elite.
elite? Oh, I don't know. He just won a Super Bowl, so he's got to be elite. Doesn't make
Okay,
any
let's
sense.
not degrade Joe Flacco. The dude was, 11 touchdowns and no picks in the playoff run to the Super Bowl? Like,
He was
he
clutch
put a
as fuck
hell
that
of a
year.
run together.
Yes.
So let's not be too hard on Flacco here.
But I'm just saying he's just as elite as Flacco was after the Super Bowl.
He's a goofy-looking dude.
Wentz or
Flacco?
Flacco.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wentz is a decent-looking dude. I'd get a beer with him.
He looks like Prince Harry.
What
Not
else
after
would
the
you
shit
do
we
with
played that
Carson
you
Wentz?
said.
Hey, I've never seen his abs. I mean, if he wants to play bags, I bet I'd beat him. If we put $20 on the line, I bet it's mine. Carson Wentz, if you want to play bags, let's go, bud.
You might just have an opportunity someday to ask him in person.
I bet it's soon.
Oh, who knows?
You never know.
May
Man.
have to challenge him to a fingernail
So
fight.
Yes.
I think we're winding down on this podcast. I just want to announce special guest next week, Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Are you fucking
We got him.
serious?
I got a source.
That would be amazing.
Sources.
God, I would love to tell him
confirm.
he's trash in the NFL to his face.
Would you wouldn't.
I would.
I
would.
not, Gage.
Just like I would tell Mahomes he will never be the best quarterback to ever play the game.
Yeah, because he really cares what a fucking
exactly.
degen like
So
you has
fucking
to say.
Minnesota cares.
You're the Skip Bayless of the butthole.
No, I'm not. I'd say
Stephen
just
A.
ridiculous shit about everyone
Max Kellerman.
that I
He's
don't
the
like.
Max Kellerman of the butthole.
I don't know who any of those are. Stephen A. I know.
Why do
You
you
don't know
Stephen
Skip
A?
Bayless?
Actually, don't answer that.
I know Skip. I forgot.
You don't know Max Kellerman?
No.
Oh, no, I know Max. All right, with that being said, go jerk off.
Bye. Check out our website, www.officialbutthole.com. We're on all socials at officialbutthole. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Music, and we'll see you next time.